So we've now reached day 60. All of the windows are now in. I guess we still need to check if they are watertight, but things are slowly starting to progress. And if you're new to this channel, we do like to do things slowly here. We like to do it at a more realistic pace. So I'm going to give you a little bit more detail of what I plan to do with this van.
So, I feel like it does need a little bit of neatening up. Probably just, I might cut a little bit more of that so it's like a bit level, but they'll end up being like a windowsill, because if you look how thick this is, the wall will be out to there. So there'll be literally a windowsill that comes out to there. That's going to be some nice thick insulation. You got this one here. It's pretty nice and neat. If we shut this, you sit here. So sitting here, and then you're gonna have the table here, and then whoever is sitting on this bit here can see out of there, but also if they look out the window here, they're sitting right next to the window, so they get view. So it just means when you're sitting down, eating your dinner, you can see out there. So even if it's like cold, you got the windows to look out of. But yeah, they're looking all right, aren't they? See the window there, we've got the fan there. You can see, as I explained before, I went with the see-through top. So this also acts as some natural light. And then obviously you got this skylight here. So this is just, so in the mornings, this can let in some natural light. It depends on what the temperature's like, because I will, on the cold nights, or I feel like I need the insulation, I will be putting insulation up here, and all the windows will have insulation on. So, but yeah, it does look quite good, doesn't it? If I have like a windowsill, I can put some plants. If I put the windowsill there, the plants will just block the window. So maybe I need it to be like the windowsill down here, and then I can put like some mini plant or something. I don't know. It'll be something I probably think close to the time when we start doing that stuff. Although saying that, I probably need to think sooner rather than later. Because as I start, now obviously we've painted this now, so this is all ready to be framed. And that's what it looks like. It looks quite nice in here, doesn't it? Like all of it all looks all white, because we've painted all of the rust bits or the warm bits. So this is literally ready to be framed now. So yeah, it probably makes sense now to start thinking about it, because I'll be framing it exactly how we need. Then we can start putting insulation in. And I'll just create an insulation board that will slot into that. So while I'm cooking or whatever, could have that open. And then obviously so if I'm cooking, I could have that open, and that will just help create the vacuum. It will like pull the air. There's a little inspection for you. Little tour. Is that?
Says, do you expect to finish the van build this year?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that's a fair assessment, realistically. I always mess around and say it could take me 2 years. It could take me 2 years. And I don't really have an expectation as such, but yeah, I think to say I finished the build by the end of the year is probably fairly realistic. Done a lot of the tedious tasks, I think. I think the only other thing to think about is with the electrics. Like, I could do the electrics in like a week or two, but I'm now, when I say electrics, I mean the main electrical board stuff. But I'm thinking I want it to look really good and really neat. I'm thinking I want to make like a proper like box in, maybe some perspex, like a perspex, and like some lighting, and just make the electrics look really neat and cool, you know. Just looking at my plywood flooring. Obviously I've done such a good job making it all fit, and it fits really well. But now I'm kind of thinking, is that too tight? People said about the wood expanding in the heat. Is that at risk of bowing the wood? Proper snug, which I'm very proud of, by the way. It's just a bit like, ooh, let's go. Let's get that Hoover.
So these little moments are very common when you're converting your own camper van and having second thoughts and doubting yourself. And I feel it's important to share this part of the experience. So as you can see, even though I have finished the floor, I'm still thinking about potentially making changes, and there is nothing wrong with making changes. The earlier you think about making these changes, the better. But I also think on the flip side, you don't want to get in your own head and you don't want to overthink anything. So everyone's going to navigate through this differently, and there's no right or wrong, it just depends on the person. So I'm having a little bit of a cleanup and a reorganisation, and then hopefully just clear up a little bit of space in the van so it makes working in there a little easier. Getting those windows in was quite a big milestone, and I felt like after such a big job I wanted to step back and then just think about what next part of the project to work on next. And I do also need to start thinking about water testing the skylight and ensure that that is ready. Because if that leaks, there's no point in going any further with the ceiling and the insulation. So anyway, I'm not exactly sure what to work on next, but I guess we'll find out in tomorrow's video. Thanks again for supporting. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. And of course, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.